Oh, we're live. Let's just. Can you hear that?
No.
No? Oh. Never mind, I'll just stop there. I was just stuck on the theme, but I didn't know how it will play through. Well, welcome to Radio Free Endor, episode 74, and we'll be reviewing the Book of Boba Fett, or, as I like to say, the book review of the Book of Boba Fett, or the Book of Boba Fett, the book review. Which one do you prefer?
I prefer the book that I don't read, as I find it really hard to read books of Boba Fett. Or is it Boba Fett? Is it Boba or is it Boba?
It's Boba, isn't it? Boba Fett. My name is Boba Fett.
Is it Boba Fett?
Boba Fett? Boba Fett. My missus keeps
Boba
saying to me, she says
Boba?
I say the last name wrong. It's Vet, not Vet, as in V-E-T. It's Fett with a F, which is correct. Yeah. Anyway, how you been, Christopher? Oh, by the way, this is my son, Christopher.
I've been really good, thank you. I'm really busy over the Christmas period, catching up with family, and catching up with Star Wars, Marvel, all the other TV shows around. The standard things you do around Christmas in the UK.
Yeah, that's true. I'm glad that this finally dropped this episode. I've been waiting so long for it. It's been madness. It was like, come on. And they were dropping so many clips leading up. And Robert Rodriguez did say that all the clips and trailers that's out there is literally from the first 15 minutes of this episode, which is wrong because there's scenes in the trailer that are not in this episode.
Yeah. I don't know what's been dropped. I don't know what's in the trailers. I've not really remember them.
Yeah, nor do I. It's true. I know there was bits and bobs with like a table, and they're all sitting around. All the gang members are all sitting around, and then it goes because we did cover the trailer actually on one of our episodes, and he also talks to Hammerhead, maybe. Well, it could be the mayor. Could be the mayor. Should we jump into it?
Of course.
Okay,
let's get straight to it.
Yeah, this episode is called Chapter 1, Strangers in a Strange Land. Now, I've heard that title loads of times. I know it's an album on, I think it's AC/DC. I could be wrong. It's a name of a song. It's also a Western book, but I bet it's, Stranger in a Strange Land. It's probably in the Bible as well. Who knows? But yeah, it's good. It's a good title, I thought. In general, how did you feel about it, Chris?
As a big Star Wars fan, I hate to say, but I found it a major snooze fest. The whole episode for me was very slow and tiring. Maybe it's because I was already tired when I watched it, but it just didn't connect with me as a first episode. There was definitely parts that connected, parts that I thought, oh, yep, I get that. And other parts that I thought, this ain't getting me. And this is going on for far too long, would be my honest opinion.
Yeah. When it first started, I was like, oh, this seems really ominous, you know what I mean? Because you get that sweeping look at Jabba's palace, and then across the desert into Jabba's palace, and then you see that Bacta tank, and there's old Boba having a bit of a sleep fest in a Bacta tank, having a flashback. Or as I did hear today when I was listening to another podcast, somebody said it's a Bacta flash, a flashback Bacta. But it's strange because straight away, Boba dreams about when he was in the scenes just after Return of the Jedi, where he escapes the Sarlacc's pit. Now, I thought, wow, this is great. I did wonder why the Stormtrooper was in there, because the amount of people that fell in before him in Return of the Jedi, none of them were Stormtroopers. But there again, you know, you get devoured by the Sarlacc, and it takes up to 1,000 years to finally get digested. But he uses the airline to give himself some like air, and then he sort of like punches his way out, and it doesn't come out the mouth. Yes, it's on fire. Yeah, but it doesn't come out of its mouth. It comes out like a side entrance. You know what I mean? Through the sand. Yeah, it made it hard for himself.
Well, avoid the teeth.
Yeah, but he definitely killed it. Now, I was thinking, I might be wrong here, but you know, on that episode of The Mandalorian where he had to battle the crate dragon, didn't you see at one point the mouth of a Sarlacc pit, and then the sort of camera panned down to the big opening where the crate dragon was, and somebody, I could have sworn it's where it was like a dead Sarlacc, and the crate dragon had ate it and took over its cave. I was wondering, is it the same one? Could be.
Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, I thought that the flashbacks there were some good flashbacks, you know, to Poker City, on Camino.
Yeah.
You know,
young Boba
on Geonosis. You know, that I was like, yeah, great, got that. And then they was now getting into slightly longer flashbacks. And the longer the flashback was, the faster it lost me. Literally.
Yeah.
The short flashbacks, I was like, I get this. But the longer ones were literally just like, yeah, taking their time. And obviously there's points that there's points and reasons that they were taking their time. And they weren't quite said in this episode as it's opening into a bigger arc. But, you know, Bacta tanks, Bacta
tanks, yeah. From the Clone Wars, aren't
they? Using to recover him. You know, the only other person I know who's always in a tank is Darth Vader. So maybe they've got something in common for once.
Yeah. And Luke used one in Empire Strikes Back as well. But I would have thought that Bacta tanks were like a done deal once she was in it, and because he looked pretty healed up when he came out of it. I thought, why does he need to go back into it? Because he got a couple of, you know, he got beaten up, but he did loads. He was like on his game in The Mandalorian, and that's before he was, you know, in Jabba's palace and in a Bacta tank. But what got me was
I've got my theory, but maybe I won't say it yet.
All right. Well, you know what got me was when he got out of the Sarlacc's pit, he got he got mobbed by the Jawas. They nicked all his armor, which we knew it was going to get nicked. You know what I mean? But fancy getting everything stolen, and they just left him. I would have thought the Jawas would have gone over to Jabba's old sail barge that was all smashed up and see what they could nick from that. But they didn't. They just like, yeah, we got the armor. Let's go.
They probably did that too.
Yeah, they probably did. Yeah. And then go on.
No, I was gonna say, but of course they don't need the meat bag. They only need the armor.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's
left
right.
him in his tighty whities and ran away.
Yeah, his boiler suit. And then of course it gets found by the Tusken Raiders, the Sand People, who were wearing black. They were slightly different Sand People. Do you know what? I hope they don't take their masks off. It's one of those questions I don't need answering. Don't take hits. I don't want to see what they look like underneath. It'll spoil the mystery, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, once they're just humans.
Yeah, and he's like tied to a stick in it, and then all those young Tuskens come over and decide to beat the stranger up with a couple of sticks, and then you notice the adults just come out and go, beat him up.
Yeah, it was the Tusken Raider scenes that really lost me in this episode. I get the whole point of it was that it was trying to show that, you know, Boba was left a prisoner, and then he rose the ranks, and he got the legendary stick and took it home from the the Tusken Raiders. Like, I get it. I get where it's going. I got it. I saw that the leader had the legendary stick. So it's obviously he's going to obtain that stick somehow. But it was that thing that for me, I would have rather had 10 minutes cut off the episode and these Tusken Raider bits be shortened a lot more personally. But there's credit to them parts. You know, we got to see one of them take credit for Boba's hard work.
yeah, and plus he's there for 5 years. Now, I mean, he's there for 5 long years. He's, you know, because he did say to that Red Rodian, didn't he? Like, hey, why did you grasp me up? I could have got us to Anchorhead and off world. But now he stays for 5 years. But why does he stay for 5 years? You know what I mean?
Are you sure he's even with the Tusken Raiders for 5 years?
Perhaps he's on the search for his armor, and it takes 5 years. And in matter of fact, the Mandalorian just finds it in like a day. You go, look, there it is. Oh, that was lucky. Yeah. But what got me about that side is that Red Rodian. How long's he been stuck to a post? I mean,
exactly. These parts just didn't get it for me. But so you know, the whole thing that happened was, Tusken Raiders, they still need water, and they're getting water from eggs of some sort. It's a dragon creature egg thing.
And how deep are they in the sand? I mean, they're like everywhere. Or did they need that dog? That what's it called? A massive. Did they need that to sniff them out? You know, into an area where they can find them. You know what I mean? And my wife Nikki, she said they are sea urchins, dried sea urchins you get from like coast, painted black.
Yeah, the only thing that whole bit of the Tusken Raiders that I thought was any relevant was the bit where Boba was going to break out, and he literally hits the Mastiff, and later goes, "Oh, sorry." What does he say?
Yeah,
sorry. Or he goes,
no hard feelings, mate.
Yeah, no hard feelings.
No hard feelings, mate. Yeah, and he does leg it though, but he gets caught, of course, by some Tusken Raiders, and that female one beats the crap out of him, bests him, and I was thinking, come on, Boba, pull off some of your moves. You know what I mean? Come on, this ain't like Bust a Groove. It's come on, do it, and he'd be like, oh, you know what I mean? It was just waving his stick around. And she was like, all right, I'm gonna kick your ass, and she did. She beat him up.
Well, maybe that's just that, as simply that he's never been trained in hand-to-hand combat until these 5 years.
Yeah.
Maybe
he could get training as like what do they call them? What do they call these people that live in these extreme outbacks? Not outbacks, outlanders or something. You know what I mean? Get trained in special moves. I think he speak to. Well, I gather he's going to be able to speak Tusken by the end of the day, because when we first meet up with him in season 2 of The Mandalorian, he's got like his own custom gaffer stick. You know, so he's got some bits and bobs, and he's still got his boots on because they still clink, as in like with spurs. So he's still got them on as well. No wonder they found him in the desert, because he was like ching 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 as he was running around everywhere. Oh, he's over there. He's in the dark. Look, it's over there. Let's find him. Yeah. But yeah, I did like the flashback. You reckon it was boring? Well,
yeah.
Should we deal with
the Tusken Raiders? I snooze fast. Honestly,
should we deal with?
If they were cut down to like less than 5 minutes, literally just showing him what happened, tied to a stick. Next flashback, beat him with a stick. Next flashback, killed a monster. Next flashback, given some water. It probably would have been a little bit better for me, but they were a bit long.
Yeah, but Should we deal about all the flashbacks first before then we go into like the future bit? Right. So, and then of course, on the second flashback, he's the young Tuscan takes him and Red Rodian, the Red Greedo. Why can we not have a green one? I haven't seen a green one in ages. Takes the Red Rodian out on a little picnic to find some water. But first, he takes him to this hill where you see a plantation being raided. You know what I mean? And a moisture farmer looks like he's been killed, maybe, or knocked out. And some raiders write some graffiti on the wall. Your brother, Nicholas, he went, "Oh, is that Luke's home?" And I went, "No, it's generic. They're all moisture farmers have got a similar setup, because they'll be below ground, won't they, to be cool." But I was thinking, I wonder if this is going to play into like a later episode where these raiders are being blamed. The Tuscan people, the Sand people, are being blamed for these raids, when in fact they are these denim wearing speeder bikers, if you know what I mean. I'm thinking that's what they're playing. I don't know what that symbol is. I've not seen anywhere explain what that symbol is on the wall. I don't think it's anything from an Arabic font. So I don't know what it says, unless it's a clan signature, maybe, a clan tag, as they say, put them on the wall.
Maybe.
But I think the Tuscan Raiders will get the blame for it. And Boba's going to come to the rescue and save them all. Yes.
They're, endangered species, native species to Tatooine.
Yeah. It's weird how he says Tatooine, because we all go Tatooine and he goes Tatooine. He goes,
is it
Tatooine.
Boba or is it Boba?
Boba. But as in, Bubba Ho. Yeah, Bubba. Isn't it? Why are we Bubba? Yeah.
Is it Boba?
In English? Boba. It's Fett. Either Boba or, do you remember there was a film that came out of Bruce Campbell called Bubba Ho Sticks? No, Bubba Hotep. And that was Bubba Hotep. Yeah, so Bubba. But as in like bubblegum shrimp. Yeah.
Maybe. So now we get to the interesting parts of the episode, the parts that I was very much more interested in. That weren't a snooze fest.
No. Are we still talking on the end of the flashback?
Oh, he beats a monster, and that's about it.
That monster was so good. Because straight away I went, "That's the Kraken from Clash of the Titans." Harryhausen.
It literally looks like that. It literally looks like they pulled it out of Lucas's films archives.
Let's do this one. And it looked like it was kind of stop motion, but not, if you know what I mean. I thought I loved it, absolutely loved it. And of course, when he brought back, when the young Tuscan brought the head back and showed the clan, they all hailed sort of Boba as somebody who was, "You are now part of the tribe," and give him a glass of water. Here, drink this. You need it. Yeah.
Literally. The monster was cool. It literally looked like it was pulled out of the Disney archives the day before.
Straight off, yeah. Future toy, that is. That's like buy 6 figures and you build up that one, if you know what I mean.
The Rhodonian does die there, though.
Yeah, it does. Gets his head smashed in. But there again, he was nothing but a filthy grass, wasn't it? They could have escaped if he didn't open his mouth, but hey.
So... yeah, this is where the episode actually gets finally interesting, when he finally gets out the BAFTA tank and actually starts doing things in the... Yeah,
Fennec Shan wakes him up. "Time to go, boss." Yeah.
Yeah, I just wish the episode would open up and be like, "Oh, it's time to go. Oh, by the way, I think I know your sister." What?
Yeah. Does she? Yeah. I was thinking that. Is there any chance that she... made the connection? We don't know. Maybe in the next episode of the Bad Batch, they say, "Oh, by the way," you know what I mean? But we don't know. We don't know.
It's going to be an end of season cliffhanger.
You reckon?
There's no way. Look, if if Fennec Shan knows Kamino, right? She does. If she knows Boba's from Kamino, it's going to get pretty hard to not know that. She's also going to know that there was a girl that she was sent after from Kamino. Like, Also got this cool New Zealand accent, just like yours.
Yeah. And I must admit, those droids know how to dress him, don't they? I liked how they dressed him, and I did like the way he looked. I thought, oh yeah, he's got that look. And when he goes down, of course, he sits his ass down in that big arse chair, and then he gets a parade of people to come and give him tribute. You could say. Now, one of them gives him a Wookiee pole. It looks like a Wookiee skin. You know what I mean? And he was a Tandation, was he? A Todation or Tandation? That what Bosk was, but he was like, yeah. He goes, even when he's being nice, he sounds like he's gonna kill me. You know what I mean?
He was the lizard, people.
Yeah.
Trandoshans,
Trandoshans, yeah. And did you notice the droid that was like bringing everyone on? He was my favorite action figure when from Return of the Jedi. I just loved the way he looked. He never said a word in Return of the Jedi. Now his name is 8D8, I think. Now he is voiced by Matt Berry from the It Crowd and What We Do in Shadows, and does the radio announcements on Absolute 80s radio, and he also does the Toast of London. Matt Berry is so funny, but he does the voice in that. And I looked at his credits on IMDb, and he's down as UK2-B, but it's the same droid. It's the same. It's got the same markings as the one from Return of the Jedi. I don't know why but it sounds cool. UK2-B. You know what I mean? 2B or not 2B.
That droid was pretty cool, but to me, it's like when they were like, I can't understand what he's saying. Where's Protocol Droid? Check this one out.
Yeah, why didn't that droid not just translate? You know what I mean? Stick a new
programming.
Yeah, it would have been really funny.
What happened to the protocol droid that was with Jabba? Because I swear Jabba always had a protocol droid.
Yeah, he escaped with Luke Skywalker and R2-D2. Yeah,
freeing them droids, killing the Rancors.
Yeah. I love how they're all just standing on that grate. None of them's like tempted just to go. What's he got down there? I don't know.
I do think that this is where bigger questions start opening up. Is this a TV show? And the first big question that I have before we talk about obviously all the tributes and what happens next is this a TV show for kids? Like
it could be.
It may be, but there's no cute baby thing to like kind of just ease everything over.
Yeah, that's true. There's I did see some stuff though that made me go, ooh, nostalgic. It was for fans, you could say. There was a lot of Easter eggs that made me go, oh god, yeah. So in like Walrus Man, because I do like to go by their Palatoy names, not what they're called in Star Wars lore. But Walrus Man, he came in, said something, gave him some money. I loved how the money looked. It looked like some kind of a Monopoly game. In fact, isn't the same money that's in the Mandalorian Monopoly game? I'm not.
And that's when they literally like, do you know what he's saying? I don't know.
What's he saying? Yeah, and when that other guy, that guy, that Twi'lek comes in, and he's like, "Hello, I have not brought you anything. I just give you salutations from the mayor." And it's like, all right, yeah. And Shan goes, "Can I kill him?" He goes, "No, don't kill him. Don't kill him." And he's like, when he's just about to go, he says, "Oh, are you going to give me some money?" And Boba goes, "Hey, hold on. I'm the crime lord. Don't he give me money?" But they just let him go. And I was like, okay, well, that's going to bite you on the ass a bit later. You know what I mean? And then the next thing that gets dragged in are two Gamorrean guards. So what's happening with these Gamorrean guards? Do you know what, Chris? Back in the day, Gamorrean guards were my favorite action figure. They're one of my favorite action figures because they look big. And if you look at the making of Return of the Jedi, they got big hot hands, the big suits. Yeah, these just like fat dudes with pig's heads on. I mean, they got human hands where they in Return of the Jedi, they had massive hands. You know what I mean? Big hands. These were just like fat guys and pig's heads. You know what I mean? Like something from a Saw film. You know what I mean?
Well, not literally not just that. They were very lightly clothed as well.
yeah. What is it with that? Well, they're semi-naked. I don't know why. They had proper clothes on when they worked for Jabba. Proper clothes. You know what I mean? And even one got eaten by the Rancor. You know what I mean? So there's some spare clothes downstairs in the basement.
Yeah, because they've not literally said, well, we used to have clothes, but that bit of a tuna came along, and he wanted to take them off.
He wanted to see these big green Gamorreans all laced up in grease. Can you smell bacon?
Take off them clothes, or you're going down the hole.
Yeah, take off those clothes. The two pigs are looking at each other. I don't know. Yeah, but what gets me is they didn't give up when Bib was killed. But and the droid goes, let's torture them. Let's torture them. What you got planned? Well, we can smear them with grease fat and roast them. Beautiful.
Yeah, but the thing that doesn't make sense to me is that they're like, these two, Bib Fortuna's best fighters. Or did Boba Fett just walk in, shoot Bib Fortuna, stand on the chair and went,
it's mine.
You know who they are.
Yeah, but
he's standing over there going, I think we're going for our break now.
Yeah, nothing's happening. Let's go. No one's going to know. When they come back, they'll be like, oh, what's happened? But later on in the episode, they do exactly the same thing. They go, you know what I mean? They bugger off somewhere. Then they come and they're like, oh, crap. Look over there. You know what I mean? You got me. But yeah, but Shan did say, didn't she? Because Boba says, "Will you show me the same loyalty if I let you go?" And he's like, and there she's like, well, "Don't do that." You know what I mean? And they're like, "Yes, cover it in some butter. We are yours for life." So he's got these bodyguards, and then they decide to go for a bit of a walk around. Now this walk around was great for me because. Did you see the cameos of the Boston Dynamics robots walking around?
Yeah.
Right? And he's like, and you know when you bang into them and they go, oh, you go, oh, poor thing. It's a robot, but he banged into it. And then, he bangs into it and it sort of walks that way. And then the next shot, they're really out in front of them. And I was thinking, you didn't time that right. Somebody in the editing didn't time that right. But I like the look of them, to tell the truth. You know, sticking real robots. Think of how much money they saved there, to be fair, on CGI. They stick these robots on. But they ain't got those robots that open doors. You know, those Boston Dynamic ones that could do parkour. Why didn't they have that robot that could do parkour a bit later on? That would have been great.
Troopers, you know? You know, it's fine. Death Troopers, that's all you need. But, you know, I thought this was really interesting because this is Mos Espa.
Yeah.
Was it Mos Espa? I didn't even know that Tatooine had a city. Even a big city.
Do you know what? I'm the same with you. In episode 1, Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan and the rest of them land in Mos Espa, just outside from Mos Espa, and they go in. Doesn't look like that. Did not look like that at all. And that's where Anakin's from. He's from Mos Espa. But do you know the pod racing? That's it, Mos Espa. But I always thought, in my headcanon, that Jabba's palace was right near Mos
Eisley,
yeah. I thought those two was more connected, but no, they must have just threw the dice and thought which one's which. So they went to and it was massive. It
looked like it was in a crater or something.
Yeah, I was thinking, are they using a Rogue One? Are they using a Rogue One scene here?
Well, it's just because we've always had that shot of of Jabba's palace. But if they pan slightly to the left, you'll see Mos Espa right there.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Always,
Yeah.
just keep the pan to the right.
Yeah, they're going across. It's like, whee! You see the frog, rah, eat something, and they'll go, stop, don't show it anymore. Why? There's a big city over there. Oh, yeah. Stay here.
Budget.
Yeah. That way it looks like, perhaps, long time ago, the palace was like in a desert and there was nothing around it. But the price of real estate, slowly the city creeps in, and next thing you know, it's right next door to you.
Yeah, literally. So I thought this bit was interesting. It made me start thinking that, is this a children's show? Or are they really making out that this is a pleasure palace here?
The pleasure palace. Can I just say there that Boba went to get his helmet polished by a brothel? She says, can we polish your helmet? He's like, yeah. Yeah, why don't you do that, man? Polish my helmet.
Right. And he literally says, he's like, well, you got to do what they say if you want to be trusted.
Yeah. And how he introduces himself, he goes, I am Boba Fett, and this is Master Assassin. It's like, tell everyone, why don't you? I mean, Master Assassin.
And yeah, the Sanctuary. That's a very nice name for a brothel.
Yeah,
but
it's very clean.
Disney doesn't want to call it a brothel. They've got a blue guy on the piano.
That's Max Rebo. Max Rebo. But didn't he not die in the Jabba's sail barge because he was playing the piano? As all shit's breaking loose on Jabba's palace. And it's like, huh? What's happening? The place is blowing up. Yeah, he got out to do another gig somewhere else. I'm out of here, man. And he's gone.
Well, it's not exactly Max Rebo, it's Rex Rebo.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, it could be Rex's brother. Oh, it's a hard tale of my brother Max. Yeah,
got in with the wrong warlord.
Yeah, I'm surprised no one said, "Hey, play that tune again." Oh, here we go again. The tune. Yeah, the famous only two tunes exist in Star Wars. And it is the cantina. I think it's called the Cantina Lantry or something like that. It's actually written by John Williams, and I'm sure he wrote that for one of the other films, one of the Disney era films. I'm sure it is. But in that scene, this is the funniest thing. Did you see the robot that was in the table? Right, that's only. The robot from Star Tours, the retired robot from Star Tours, that you've been to Galaxy's Edge, he's there serving drinks. So have you been to that brothel?
He's a DJ, I think.
Yeah.
Rex. No.
Yeah, Rex. It is Rex, isn't it?
Rex. I think.
Rex.
I can't remember. But yeah. No, I didn't go into the bar at Galaxy's Edge. It was a bit too busy on opening day when
just in case somebody come into him and hello, sir, would you like your helmet buffed?
Whoa. And what got me was that Boba literally walks in, and sometimes you think in Star Wars it's like, a man in armor walks in. Is he gonna murder us all? Or is he just looking for a drink?
Yeah, and he gets it's run by Garza Fripp. Garza Fripp, and it's played by the lovely Jennifer Beal from the Flashdance films, and literally she doesn't ask anything else apart from he comes in and goes, oh, by the way, I'm the new owner, and she goes, okay. Okay.
Yeah. I expected more, if you wanted more canon welcoming, I'd expect him to walk up to the Twi'lek and the Twi'lek go, you're here to murder someone, have a drink, or, have your helmet buffed. I'm here to murder that guy. Okay, just take him.
Take him outside. Take him around the back.
Don't do it in here, please. Let's keep it civil.
Yes, keep it simple. I've come to have my helmet shined, and I want to kill some people.
Wow. Yeah, and this was actually something really cool that I did notice on this scene was that every time Boba took off his helmet, it had the sound like the air was leaking. I was like, when did the clone troopers become airtight? Like, of course, some of them are airtight because they go underwater and in space. But when did a standard Mandalorian helmet become airtight? What's it airtight to?
Yeah. Because that's the sound that always happened with Vader's helmet. You know when Vader goes,
because you expect that because it's like
it's airtight. Yeah, and
he ain't wearing a turtleneck or anything.
No. And when he was in the Sarlacc and he pulled that air hose and plugged it into his, he went out there, jammed it in, went, you know what I mean? I was thinking, what's he jammed it into? I mean, I just toot on this dude's air hole.
Yeah, when did stormtroopers have air as well?
Yeah, because they just take off their helmets and they just got.
No, but also that's what the points from the front is for,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
The black bits is for air.
Yeah,
right.
I don't know. These are the questions that need answering. Why Boba gets his helmet shined, and gets paid for it.
He could have asked for a carrier bag. I want to burn this helmet, thank you.
Did Fennec Shan say something like, "Oh, yours was well buffed more than mine. Yeah. Your helmet was more shine than mine. It was a bit more shiny." Oh God, yeah. And they're only in there for 5 minutes.
Exactly. And how did the Twi'lek even know what to go away and do? I mean, from my helmet buff. Oh, I know what that means. Secret language means you're the new owner, and I'm gonna go put some money in some helmet. Yeah,
that's another thing. Does everybody who come in, they go, should we give him some money? And everyone's like, oh, I've got more money. And that Twi'lek at the back's going, I give everyone cash. Is that not what we do?
Well, no, it's just LARPers. A LARPer comes in and they're like, well, we don't know if he's gonna kill us or he's just a LARPer, so we'll give him some money and see if he walks away.
Yeah, let's see if he walks away. Yeah, and what does she say? She goes, "Oh, would you like your Gamorrean guards fed and scrubbed down?" And he goes, "No, this will only take 5 minutes." Where do they go? Because they go, let's go get something to eat. Because
then the trash cans around the back.
Yeah. Yeah. God, look at those naked green fat blokes around the trash cans. I mean, and then of course, they deal with Garci Fripp, whatever it is, and of course she now says to him, "Well, you own this place now; it's now yours." And then they walk out, and he goes, "Oh, well, you know, what I mean." He said he came in on his own 2 feet, didn't he, as well? Because most of these people get carried around. You know what I mean? I was surprised.
How do you think Fortuna got so fat?
Because they were being carried around everywhere by 2 greased up, naked Gamorrean guards. I wonder what their name was, like Bob. You're later, Bob, and Brian. Bob and Brian or something. I don't know. And they get out, don't they? Where are their guards? Not once did Bubba go, where are they? You know what I mean? Where are the guards? They just carry on walking down the road. And of course, they get ambushed, don't they? They get ambushed by those guys. And they're all in uniform. So do you reckon that these people are the something to do with the mayor? Maybe because that guy did say, "Oh, expect something, another entourage or something later on." He might have that guy might have just said, "And expect the next ghost at 12 o'clock." You know what I mean? Is on the way out.
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily. It was definitely them. But I think it's. I think it's a bit. I think, like as I said, my first question is this a kids' TV show? And then my second question is this actually going to be bigger than the planet of Tatooine? Because if it's going to be bigger than the planet of Tatooine, then the answer is probably a crime syndicate with the name of Dawn Black. What is it? Dawn. God, what their name is now? Darth Maul's bunch.
Midnight Dawn, not Midnight Dawn.
No. Oh,
Black Dawn. What are they called? I can't remember.
Oh God.
What are they called? Let's just Google it. Let's just Google it. Darth Maul's gang.
Oh, what were they called?
Darth Maul. There we go. Right. It was called.
Oh wait, what was it called?
Maul. Just checking Wikipedia here, guys, because we forgot. Darth Maul, Clone Wars, Black Sun. Black Sun. That's it. Black Sun.
Crimson Dawn. That's who I'm
Crimson
thinking
Dawn.
of.
That's it. Yeah, that's who he. Yeah, he owns. Yeah, he owns Crimson Dawn afterwards.
Bigger than the planet of Tatooine. You don't just put red shields and a bunch of mobsters in for nothing. You know, it could be blue shields, like most.
Thanks, Jonathan. Got there in the end.
It could be blue shields, like most random shields in Star Wars, but they're specifically red. You know.
Yeah, let's have red.
Dawn.
Yeah. And it's like, what's the first thing that Master Assassin does of Boba? He like chucks a grenade at himself and blows up. And they're like, just shake it off. It's not a problem. Just another day on Master Espo. Yeah. But where's his guards?
Literally.
Greasing themselves up for later. You know what I mean? And, well, it's only, in fact, it's only when the Gamorrean guards suddenly walk around the corner and go, Jesus! We've only been gone 2 minutes, and they're rush in and start
going. They're like, "Can you hear shooting in the background?"
Yeah, yeah. Well, have you tasted this garbage? It's beautiful, it's lovely.
Yeah. Oh wait, what got me was that as soon as he drops the helmet of gold, there's a what is it? It's not a Jabba. It's the small black ones with eyes.
Jawas?
Jawas, that's it. There's a Jawa that's just like coins. Boing.
Straight away, mate. They're there, and they're like rats.
Like, I will take danger. I will take danger for these coins.
Give me some of them. They don't take his helmet. They take the coins. His helmet, real basket, worth more than those coins. I mean, forget the collectible. Let's get the coins. Let's get them in. Yeah. But, you know, the Gamorrean guards saved the day. And Fennec Shred decides to go running after these two guys who decide to go, hey, we're parkour experts. We're going up where the others leg it to the left. Now, Boba does disintegrate one with his hand rocket. Totally blows him away. Boom. Gone. Hole in roof. Bloke nowhere to be seen. I thought, well, that was pretty powerful.
You're not getting away. I'm going to blow you up.
It's like, you know, have you noticed they did the same thing in The Mandalorian, and now they've done it in this? When they use their rockets or high volatile shots, they totally blow them away into nothing. You know what I mean? The Mandalorian did that to a couple of Jawas, just blew them away and disintegrated them. Yeah. And all you do is you hear them go, funny as anything. But this guy gets blasted, and of course, Fennec Shand jumps up and he goes, want survivors. I want, you know, what I mean, alive, doesn't he? Then the two pig guys pick him up and he goes, Brian, take me to my Bacta tank now.
He's dying. He's
dying. He's had a couple of punches to the chest. He's like, God.
Well, he did like literally hold a taser button.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he did like, take a couple, didn't he, on his back and on his front. Not once did he use his rocket pack. Did he have his rocket pack on?
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think he did. Yeah, why didn't he just go, bye? See you later.
Well, you know, you talk about Boba, you know, not doing very well. The last time we saw Fennec Shand, she was fighting like the best bounty hunter in the galaxy, and 4 dudes with a baton is literally too much for her now.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Thanks, Nick. Yeah.
Literally. Yeah. So he basically gets took back to his back to tank and submerged in the water, and It's not a bad time.
Yeah.
Back to the flashback.
Yeah, back to the flashbacks. Yeah, and the water, it goes straight into a flashback even before the water is like submerged him. It's like up to it, and it's going, and he's straight into a flashback. Straight. I was thinking, what? Yeah, I mean, bearing in mind, I did enjoy this episode, and then of course it goes into that final flashback, doesn't it? Of where he has a fight with that with the Kraken from Clash of the Titans, which I thought was really, really good. I like that. And of course, and the episode ends where he's having a cup of tea, watching the kids play with a Tusken Raider, playing with heads, as they do. Oh, I wonder if you thought, no, that brings me memories when my dad's head was severed from his body. Oh, those times, kids and severed heads there.
So what got me was that it was a pretty pristine Bacta tank. Did he just walk up to Jabba's bedroom like, Bib Fortuna's bedroom was like, check it all out. I just need a Bacta tank in there. Prime real estate.
Yeah. Was it already there?
I don't need anything else. Bacta tank right there.
Bacta tanks, yeah. Well, what got me was, do you know if you play Star Wars Republic Commandos where Timon does one of the voices, he's always... Get some Bacta. Get some Bacta, soldier. You know what I mean? I thought that was really, really cool because he comes out of it, get me some Bacta. And I thought, I like that. And I thought he did a brilliant job. You know what I mean? He brought that character back, and I enjoyed the episode. I watched it literally. I put it on, watched it. I had a cup of coffee, and then I put it on again. And then Nicholas came down, wanted to watch it, and I watched it straight away again three times, and I thought it was really, really good. Excuse me. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
So I think there's some bigger questions that I'm interested in knowing if there's an answer to. Is the clone genome flawed from the start?
Could be. Who knows? Back to tanks must be going for a dime a dozen. You know what I mean? Especially on Tatooine. They must be pretty scarce on Tatooine when you think about it.
They must be pretty scarce in the whole galaxy.
Yeah. I don't know. You see, when Boba was covered in all that acids. Yeah. And then, of course, he escapes, doesn't he, from the Sarlacc, and then his armor gets stripped. And then he gets walked through for many, many days in scorching heat. And then he spends many, many days at the camp. I was thinking, has no one got any sunblocker? That must be killing him. You know what I mean? Because his skin starts going that whitish, and you can see how it's all scarred here and that. And then, of course, as soon as he's been in the Bacta tank, he's fresh as a daisy. You know what I mean? Straight out of it, like a freshly packed action figure. And how many times you need to go in it? You know what I mean? I always thought it was a once and done. You know what I mean? But is it a get out clause? So every time he gets beaten up, straight to the back. I hope it's not like every episode starts in the tub, ends in the tub. You know what I mean? It's gonna look.
Just wait for episode 4 where they destroy the Bacta tank.
Oh yeah. Get it? Yeah. Because it'd be like the book of Bacta tanks for Boba Fett, wouldn't it? It'd be like, yeah, well, can we interest you in a new Bacta tank, sir? I mean, this one, most of them you have to stand up in, but this one you lay down in. Fantastic.
I thought you got a discount from Mustafar. The previous owner no longer needs this one.
Yeah.
You can have it for free.
Yeah, it was only one user. It might have some floaters still in it, but you know what I mean? Clean it out, be fine. Yeah.
But,
that's it.
Yeah, so where do you think this is going on a bigger scale as the whole arc?
It's only 6 episodes. It's only 6 episodes long. So it's got to get into some kind of story. But you know, Boba does say that Jabba's range, you know, his dealings are far and wide. So are we just going to see Boba going from one shop to another, getting into a bit of a scrape, as he's collecting his dues? Or is there something else that's going to slowly come around? What is it? Because like with the Mandalorian, you had the child, you had the MacGuffin of the child. What's the MacGuffin of this series? What is it? Power? Is it, is it just to get power? That's the MacGuffin? I don't know. It's not revealed itself. Perhaps in episode 2, you're going to find out what that MacGuffin is. And then, no, perhaps he's just going to visit the brothel another time. Because that's Jennifer Beal. You ain't going to have her for one episode. No way. You're going to have her for a couple more. So he's probably going, you know what? I fancy my helmet being shined again. Bring the Grimorians. Grease them up.
Well, I honestly think it's like Fable 2, where the Rancor pit has now been turned into a money pit, and it's about filling it to the top.
Like McDucks. Is it McDucks?
Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge McDuck. That's probably down there.
Fill it to the top. All of it. That's my job from now on.
I want to swim in it like that duck. Yeah.
And I if the plot doesn't leave Tatooine, then it's going to be a very tight story that he's just going to be wrangling the mayor for 5 episodes.
Yeah, could be.
But I think we'll probably see crime syndicates return. I think we'll probably ever see them making an alliance with Boba, or murdering them. Most of them got murdered anyway. They all get murdered once every 6 years.
Yeah, they did.
And the thing that got me right was Boba. Was he shot into the Sarlacc pit before? He was shot into the Sarlacc pit before Jabba died, right?
Yeah.
So he spent 5 years thinking Jabba was still at the lead of the syndicate, right?
Yeah.
So if we treat this as literally like, okay, his first moment is he literally goes back to the palace like, I'm gonna go kill Jabba, and Bib Fortuna's sitting there. Do you think Bib Fortuna's just been there for a week? Just like, meh, killed him.
How long has he been in the Sarlacc pit? And he got out. He didn't even look back. Like, where am I? I mean, where's the barge? Where's the barge? Oh, it's that wreck behind you, mate. I mean, he just. I suppose in his time with the Tuscans, they probably said, "Do you know that big fat slug? He's dead. Got roasted by a Jedi. He's got a bloody Jedi." I don't like Jedis. Oh. I mean,
well, this is the thing. It's like okay, so but they always say Jabba's, has kept the galaxy going. But surely it's Bib Fortuna. Like, he's been around for 5 years.
Yeah,
Jabba's old news. Bib Fortuna's empire now.
Yeah, he's been like you say, he's been running for 5 years, so he knows. I would have got him to talk before I just shot him. You know what I mean? Tell me about your dealings, who you've been dealing with, or you're gonna die. But then kill him afterwards. Not just walk in there and go, poof, he's dead. Yeah, me now.
I don't want to say this lightly, but if they introduce a baby Fett Hut, it's on my bingo card. It is on my bingo card. Because if you read the comics, Darth Vader murders the rest of the Hutts. Darth Vader murders them all. Yeah. He kills all
the
of them.
Hutt clan.
Yeah. If you read the comics, Darth Vader murders them all. So they're all gone, basically.
What did he do? Just stick a load of salt down?
No, he basically just turns up to the planets and massacres them all. And then we're like, Empire's lanes now.
Yeah, I suppose. You know what I mean? Yeah, of course. Yeah, the Hutt's lanes.
The Hutts had loads of space lanes, and if I'm pretty sure in the comic that I think I am, Darth Vader, somebody, I'm pretty sure it's Darth Vader, murders them all the Hutts, and goes, Empire now.
Well, there was speculation I've been hearing on other podcasts that maybe are we going to be introduced to some of the Hutts that are going to come in and start fighting over the territory of Jabba the Hutt. But if you say what you've just said, because I don't know the comics, then Boba's got a free ride with this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure most of them were murdered by somebody with a lightsaber, someone with a death stick.
Spoilers. Yeah, somebody's got a grudge. I'm gonna kill them Hutts.
I hope for the return of Nero, my favorite Hutt.
Oh, that's that. It wasn't Nero. That's he's the south. From the south. Yeah, speak like that. It's him in it. Wasn't he killed? Didn't he get shot or by Snoodles? Sly Snoodles? Didn't he get shot by him? My girlfriend shot me.
Yeah.
He had when he was introduced in the Clone Wars. I was like, Zero the Hutt. That's it. Thanks, Jonathan. Zero the Hutt. Right. It was like, what is this voice? You know, because you're just used to Jabba going, oh, bow shooter, blah blah blah, and then he comes in and goes, "Hi man, how you doing?" It's like, what's happening here? I mean, what kind of translator is that? Oh man, he was weird. Yeah,
so
very.
I'm pretty sure that most of the Hutts were murdered before Jabba was murdered. So most of the Hutts were murdered. Jabba was left. Then Jabba got killed by Luke, and that's like literally 95% of the Hutt gone. So it's not the Hutt Empire; it was Jabba's empire. So I'm pretty sure. But you know, there's room to be wrong. Jabba is a slimy one, to be sure.
Slimy one.
But like literally, if there was a baby, if there was a baby Hutt, it would be a full circle. You'd go from the Clone Wars movie to the Book of Boba. Just finish the Book of Boba with a baby Hutt.
What did they call that baby Hutt? What did they call that baby Hutt? I think Jonathan's watching. Jonathan, what did they call that baby Hutt? I think he knows. See if Jonathan knows.
Oh, what's it called? What's it called?
Stinky. Thanks, Jonathan. Yeah, Stinky. Yeah, can you just imagine that? Yeah, what happened to that? What happened to that baby Hutt? No, we don't know. Was that? No, that wasn't Jabba. Jabba didn't have a. He was never seen having it. Perhaps the baby's still there, stuck to a roof or something.
Stinky was the nickname by Ahsoka, and that was the son of Jabba. And this is where you go onto the Wikipedia and find out that he went missing, and he's gonna come back.
Did he? Is that what he says?
I don't know. It literally says
Stinky went missing. Later, he got found.
Returned. He got returned to his father, Jabba, and that was it. Will we see a return of Rota? That's his actual name.
Yeah,
the Hutt.
That's his name.
Literally.
Yeah, when he gets pulled out of Dave Filoni's ass.
That will be a full circle of Star Wars.
Yeah, it will be.
Put it on your bingo cards right now.
Well, yeah. Let's put it on there. Can I just say, I'm guaranteeing that in the next episode, it's going to start off with him in the back to tank, 100%. Right?
Well,
it's going to
okay.
Start off like
so just before we close out, my theory is that clones, the Caminos didn't know how long they would live for. So the older they get, the faster they degrade. So obviously, he could take loads of hits back in the day, but now he's getting older and older and older. A hit becomes much worse, and that's why he's using the back to tank to recover him. Or he just got really bad sunburn.
Real bad sunburn. Real bad sunburn. But saying that, he's the alpha, wasn't he? He's the alpha. He has got, isn't he like pure? Didn't they say he's like, he's got 100% pure genetics? Didn't they say that in the Bad Batch?
Or the full circle. The full circle is the final episode is going to be Boba Fett lying there dying, and Phoenix Chan could be, by the way, you have a sister.
You have a sister, a twin sister. Or he dies, and you see her. You see her walk in, and she picks up his armor and puts it on, and then walks out.
Unaltered clone, but he's still a clone. He could degrade fast.
Yeah.
Even though he's
could,
not aged, he could still degrade. But who
Yeah.
knows? Where will it go in 7 episodes? Yeah, probably a lot more pleasure palaces
and bathing.
Also, my very final comment was I couldn't remember when he painted his armor, but his armor looked pretty painted. And secondly, he literally had this like massive long process to put on his suit. But in The Mandalorian, he literally hides behind a rock and sticks it on in a second.
Yeah, he legs it down to the Razor Crest, puts it on, comes back and is like, da-da! Everyone goes,
in literally like 30 seconds
Yeah.
while Din's getting beaten.
Yeah,
And now it's like, I will take my time.
Yeah. But he gets that painted up though in the second season of Mandalorian. There is an episode where you see him again and it's painted. And I must say, I was like, I'm not too keen on the paint job. It looks like somebody's just got some aircraft paint and gone, yeah, that looks great. You know what I mean? But in this one, it was sort of toned down a little bit more. It looked pretty cool. It looked pretty cool, I must admit. Saying that, I'm definitely going to pre-order the action figure, even though it's £34. £34. That's not pocket money for kids, is it? Well, I'm not a kid, but what I'm saying is £34. I was going to buy Wrecker, and that was £34, and I was like, what?
Well,
I didn't.
I honestly, I don't know if where it will go. We only know that we'll be sure to talk about it next week.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, 100%. Right. Let's bring up my last part of the show notes. Right. It's been great talking to you, Chris, again. After so long, since the last episode we did where we talked about the trailers, which you forgot. And then we did our Christmas episode, which was just like showing my old intros. It was great. Now, as we're recording this, tomorrow is New Year's Eve. So the next episode will be in the new year, 2022. Unless it's the end of the world. Tomorrow night at 12 o'clock. Who knows? We'll be there. So, Chris, where can our listeners and followers find you on the old interweb, you could say?
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter. My username is BurnedChris.
Cool. And you can find me at radiofreeendor@gmail.com. And on Twitter, I am James. Let's just refer back to my notes. It's at Jamie_R_Burns. And I am Sir Jedi Jamie @gmail.com. But you could just go through my radiofreeendor@gmail.com, which is scrolling at the bottom of this. So for you to see. If you've got anything you want us to discuss, this is the first time we've decided to do a live stream on Facebook and on YouTube, so I hope you like it. I'm hoping that we can get sort of more into doing this a lot. Perhaps it'll be quicker as well for me and Chris, because it's out there straight away, as the episode was only the other day, instead of waiting a couple of days until we can get it out. And of course, I will be re-editing this audio from what me and Chris have been saying and put it into the regular podcast, and perhaps with a couple of sound effects. You never know. So great. I've properly enjoyed it. Somebody's just come up, and it's Grant. Let's just put Grant. More. Thanks, Grant. I'll tell you what, Grant has got a fantastic website. If you go to him, Grant, what is your Facebook page? It's Hellroyd Art, isn't it? And he does some fantastic artwork. I've got a couple of my walls which you can't see because I twist the camera, but I've got a couple of Ghostbusters one and Elvira one he's done. He's a fantastic artist. So if you ever get the chance, he does commissions. So please, give him a shout out. That's Grant Hellroyd at Hellroyd Art. But I can remember yours. So, and of course, and oh, there's your missus. Oh, well done there, Chris. Yeah, and thanks to Jonathan Bell. Jonathan Bell came on in the chat to just give us a couple of pointers of stuff that we forgot. So it's great to see him here. And of course, Jonathan Bell was the original creator of Radio Free Endor before I took it over. So it was great to see him online as well. And I know your brother Nicholas is online as well. He's been online. So I wonder if he's watching actually on his VR, because he's been glued to his Oculus for ages.
The headset just never come off.
It doesn't come off. Cheers, Jonathan. Thanks a lot. Yeah, he's been in VR. I tell you what, talking about the VR, I'm quite tempted to buy that Galaxy's Edge VR on the Oculus. It's £18. What do you reckon, Chris? Have you got it?
Nope. Ever since my PC broke, my Oculus is sat there, and I'm actually ready to sell it. Move on. Dear. Stay in the real world.
Yeah, well, I want to be in Ready Player One world. Me, I'd be quite happy for that. Yeah, 100%.
Well, thank you. And yep, closing it out is that we're gonna see a full return of a hut. It's gonna go full circle.
Yeah, we'll have to do a bingo card and put it online. So people are knocking off. Oh yeah, greased up Grimalians, parkour. Gotta have the parkour. I mean, what
rockets?
else? The knee rockets. Yeah, the back to tank Jawas.
You can't forget the fight for the legendary gaffer stick.
Gaffer stick, yeah, absolutely.
That's I swear that's legendary on Fortnite.
Is it?
That stick's been given legendary status.
Oh yeah, Nicholas was saying. Well, I've just paid for it. That's how I know. Nicholas managed to. This week, I bought the Spider-Man pack for Fortnite, and I bought his Boba as well. He's probably got a lot of cash out of me. I'll tell you. And I don't even play Fortnite. But saying that, he just play on my account, so I'm great.
Well, that's the thing. I was waiting for the return of Din, but I feel like I might have to buy Boba on Fortnite, and then if Din returns, let my partner Holly take that one.
Did you not buy him when he was available?
No, I didn't play Fortnite at that
time. Man, I did. I got it.
But this is the thing. Star Wars is currently hot again, so you know. You know what you're doing, Disney/Epic.
They've stuck a stormtrooper. They stuck a random stormtrooper on you can buy. So why not Din? I mean, what? Just put them all on.
Literally, there would be one Star Wars character. If they put on that character, it would make cash. That's Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano in Clone War age.
Yeah,
that would be the most successful skin on the market. I will tell you now, because the amount of 20 to 30-year-olds that would be like, I don't care, I don't play Fortnite, but I'm going to download it for that. Yeah,
absolutely. Is it Epic Games that make Fortnite?
Yes, it is.
Get on that thing. Make it so. Yeah, 100%. Right, let's go and end this one. And I'll see you again next time on Radio Free Endor. See you later. Bye-bye.